Alright, and welcome back to the channel. Steuben here, and as promised, we've got the Piggy, insert animal squealer, whatever you want to call it deck. The Oinkologne EX deck. Got a couple games in with this, and it's actually pretty solid in the post-rotation format. Again, this will probably be the only video I put out this week. I streamed last night of recording right now over on Twitch with some TCG Live, and I'll probably go live again over there maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday night, depending on when this video goes live. So if this video goes live Tuesday, then maybe tonight. If not, tomorrow. So follow me over on Twitch. But yeah, let's just dive in. Oinkologne EX, the three little piggies, as I'm going to call this a lot and make some bad jokes. 260 HP colorless Pokemon evolves from Lechonk, so it is a stage 1, and you have 2 attacks, Maddening Scent for 1 colorless, and 10 plus 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So they have a full bench. That's 5. Hits for 160 base. And then you've got Heavy Stomp for 3 colorless, 210. Flip a coin if tails. During your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. Whatever. Weakness of fighting, no resistance, and a 2 retreat cost. And of course, Pokemon EX are 2 prize Pokemon. So yeah, we're playing 3 copies of Lechonk. They don't match, so I have one of these full arts. I don't really like the full art, so I'm hoping to just get another regular Lechonk. Not Lechonk, Oinkologne, oh my god. But speaking of Lechonk, we do have 4 copies of this one here. Specifically for the 70 HP, there is a 60 HP one that has a single energy attack cost that lets you draw a card. But again, 60 HP, the 70 HP makes all the difference. This attack for 3 colors is Whimsy Tackle. Flip a coin if tails, it does nothing, but if you get heads, you can hit for 70 damage. So yeah, we're playing a 4-3 Lechonk Oinkologne line in terms of the EXs. And then we're rocking a 3-2 Bibarel line. We're playing 3 of the Optimal Bidoof with the Carefree Consonants. So it's on the bench. It's protected from bench damage. You don't need to play Manaphy to protect the Bidoof. And then you've got Hyperfang for 2 colorless. Does 30 damage. Flip a coin if tails, it does nothing. And of course, we've got the Bibarel. We're rocking the new play Pokemon. Once from the prize packs, Industrious Incisors. Once during your turn, you can draw until you have 5 cards. So you get these set up, and you can start drawing cards. And then continuing on, we do play Dunsparce to remove the fighting weakness from all of our colorless Pokemon, and in turn, it removes colorless weaknesses from their colorless Pokemon. But again, we're playing colorless, so we're not hitting anything for weakness anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then to go with the Dunsparce, we do have 1 copy of Manaphy for the Wave Veil ability to protect our bench. I know the Bidoof already has bench protection, but we want to be able to protect Bibarel, Dunsparce, Lechonk. And the next card in here, we've got a copy of Squavit, also from Scarlet and Violet. The ability Nest Dash. Once during your turn, you may shuffle your hand and put it onto the bottom of your deck. If you put any cards on the bottom of your deck this way, draw 1 card. So this helps you get things back into the deck that you say you don't want to discard in general. And then it combos really well with Bibarel, so you can just Nest Dash your hand back underneath the deck. You keep 1 card from you draw 1 card, and then you can Industrious Incisors and draw 4 more. Or if you were able to play the 1 card that you got, then you're going to be able to draw a full 5 more and just see through more of your deck. And the last Pokemon in the list is a single copy of Drapion. This definitely has a hard time with the speed of Mew, so this will be just in there to swing hard with Dynamic Tail on those Mew VMAXs for weakness and take some extra prize cards that way. So that's it for the Pokemon line. Let's take a look at the items. We've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2, search for deck for a Pokemon, so this will help you get your Oinkologne EXs and your Bibarels. Since we no longer have Evolution Incense, we have to play things like Capturing Aroma. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If tails, search your deck for a basic Pokemon and then put it into your hand. So either way, you're getting something with Capturing Aroma. We play, enough basics and evolutions to where it does normally work out pretty well. But also in terms of ball search, we do have 4 copies of Level Ball to grab our Lechonk, Bidoof, Manaphy, Squavit, and Dunsparce. So 4 copies of that, as well as the Ultra Ball. This deck does not have Nest Ball in it. If Capturing Aroma ends up feeling a failure after a while, I'll probably get salty and just swap those out for 3 Nest Balls. Continuing on, we have 1 copy of Escape Rope for a pivot. Oinkologne has a retreat cost of 2, so it's a little bit chonky. Bibarel as well. Everything in here is either 1 or 2, so just a rope for an extra pivot always feels really nice. And of course, we've got a Pal Pad, 1 single copy to put our supporters back into the deck. And the last item in the deck is 3 copies of Full Face Guard. This thing, I bought these super cheap, so I'm glad to finally put these to use. Maybe get these if you like bling. It's the only bling in this deck right now, because the bling is all in other decks at the moment, since this is just for early playing. But yeah, Full Face Guard. If the Pokemon this is attached to has no abilities, it takes 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. So, we'll skip ahead a little bit through the deck, skip over the supporters, and we'll go take a look at V-Guard Energy. We are playing a couple copies of V-Guard Energy, and by a couple I mean a whole playset. As long as it's attached to a Pokemon, provides colorless energy. This Pokemon is attached, takes 30 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V. Alright, so between Full Face Guard and V-Guard on your Oinkologne, hypothetically, if you have full HP, they have to hit you for 310 damage to take a KO between the two of these. So 50 less damage theoretically gives you hypothetical 310 HP on your piggies. So yeah, the Full Face Guard is definitely super clutch to be able to keep playing. Just more of a tanky tank. And again, you attack for 1 single energy, so we'll cover a little bit more of the strategy here in a minute, but you can basically heal an Oinkologne off completely. Alright, continuing on, we have 4 copies of Judge. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck and then draws 4 cards. Since Marnie is rotating and Iono is not out yet, we are going to resort to playing Judge for now. Disruptions feel really good. And again, Judge puts us underneath Bibarel amounts, so we can technically just Judge ourselves, reduce their hand size down, and hopefully brick them out, and then we can just draw back out of it with Bibarel. Continuing, in terms of healing, we've got 2 copies of Sharon's Care. Put one of your colorless Pokemon in all, and it has any damage counters on it, and all attached cards into your hand. So if they hit an Oinkologne for, almost lethal, can't quite knock it out, and then we can play Sharon's Care, pick it up, put it back in our hands, throw another Lechonk, evolve, slot the Full Face Guard back on there, rinse, repeat, and just start chipping away. We also have 1 copy of Cheryl in here to heal all damage from all of our evolution Pokemon. So in this case, Bibarel and Oinkologne. We can wipe all the damage off of them and discard any energy in that way, which is a little unfortunate, but it's sometimes a little bit better than Sharon. Say if you have 2 damaged Oinkologne, you can pivot around, wipe all the damage off with Cheryl. Feels pretty good. And then for more generic draw support, we've got 4 copies of Cloris's Experiment. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put 2 into the Lost Zone and 3 into your hand. We don't really Lost Zone cards any other way, but this is just a solid, basically draw 5 and take a look at what you need, and you can get rid of pieces that you don't need. Feels pretty solid. In terms of disruption, we've got Roxanne as well to go with those judges. If they have 3 or fewer prize cards, you can play this. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck. You get to draw 6, they get to draw 2, so definitely hurts them in the end there as well. In terms of Pokemon recovery, we are playing Clara. The full art's in another deck. Sorry, everybody. But we are rocking the new Cosmo foil from the unboxing we did over the weekend. If you missed that, link up on the iCard. Go check those out. The Cyrus and Clara Premium Collections. Super cool. But choose one or both. Put 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand and or 2 basic energy. In this case, we're only putting the basic Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand. Since we're only playing a 4-3 Oinkologne, we're definitely going to want a 4th Oinkologne. I don't have one, so I'm just kind of trying to make do with these recovery and consistency cards like Clara and Miriam. Shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. If you shuffle any cards this way, draw 3. Pretty straightforward. Again, the full art Miriam is in another deck. Sorry, your princess is another Castle Mario. But yeah, 2 recovery cards. And of course, recover and draw. That's kind of cool. So we'll see how it happens with this. Again, Super Rod is getting a reprint, so we will probably shift away from like Miriam use over this format into the next, and maybe Super Rod will come back. But again, this doesn't play any basic energy, so we'll see what happens. And to round it out, we are rocking 2 copies of Boss's Orders to gust up and take KOs. And of course, more Galaxy foil Boss's Orders here, so you want to see that opening, like I said, click the iCard, go check that out. I would appreciate it. Smash that like button on that video. And while you're at it, smash the like button on this one. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you think of this deck and subscribe to support the content. Anyways, let's continue on to the stadiums. We are playing a full 4 copies of Path to the Peak. Doesn't affect us whatsoever, other than the Drapion, which is only needed in 1 matchup, so feels pretty good. And again, Path is really good in general against a lot of different decks, so just shut off all the abilities of all Rulebox Pokemon, their Radiant Pokemon, their EXs like ability that have abilities like Gardevoir EX that we covered already, and Miraidon, stuff like that, as well as Fusion Strike system on the Genesect and everything else. So yeah, 4 copies of Path to the Peak. And finally, the energy cards. Like I said, 4 copies of V-Guard. Take 20 less damage from opposing Pokemon V. And again, you only need 1 energy to attack with Oinkologne with the Maddening Scent. So this is the optimal choice. Pair this up with a full face guard, and you turn into a big tanky pig. And we've got 4 copies of Double Turbo. Counts as 2 colorless energy. You do 20 less damage with your attacks. But again, you're already hitting for 210. 20 less is 190. 190 after hitting with Maddening Scent once or twice is definitely going to be enough to take a KO and just about everything. And again, you are a massive tank, so you can just discard these and heal and get back to the V-Guard energy the next turn. So, but this is the list. Let me know what you think, of course, down below. All your support is appreciated. If you want to become a member, you get some awesome badges, some emoji, and you get a special hangout spot in the Discord server. Links to that all below. So is the membership link. You can do it as low as 99 cents a month. So if you're on an Android phone, you have Google Play credit from like the Play surveys, 99 cents. Hook a brother up. But anyways, this is the deck. Let me know what you think. I'll be at Fort Wayne this weekend, so come hang out and come see me. I'll have some of these decks with me if you guys want to play some like personal side events with these. I'm hoping there's going to be some side events since it's release weekend for the set as well. So who knows what's going to happen with all that. I still haven't decided on a meme deck to play at regionals yet. I'm probably going to play some sort of Zero or Zoroark or Zacian, some sort of Z-named V-Star, unless somebody can give me a really cool list that I really like instead. But that'll do it for this video. I'll see you next week on the channel for sure with more stuff. We'll look at Miraidon EX next. I've got 1 more card to pick up for that, and hopefully we can get it through the weekend and then go for there. But yeah, that's it. Smash that like button, subscribe, comment. I love you. See you later.